Hello guys, what's up? And welcome back to Essay by Sketchbook. Today's atmosphere is totally mood. I'm filming this on Friday, so yeah, part of my cup of coffee, much needed pickup. Today we continue our topic about concepts in interior design as per your request, because a lot of you messaged me or sent me a comment on YouTube telling me that you want a part 2 of how to form a concept in interior design. So if you haven't watched that video, maybe go and watch it first so you can understand the definition, the different types. I've decided to take one of my university projects, which was the second year of the interior design school. I redid the conceptual part of the project just so I can explain the steps that I took and how I thought about the concept one by one. And in the next video about the concept, I'm going to bring you in with other case studies, because I was gonna include it in this video, but it would be really long. So a little glimpse about the project. It's the Design 3 project, and it was a retail. You were free to choose any brand that you wanted to work with, which was really nice, because I was obsessed with Lush back then. It was the hype in the beauty community on YouTube, and I was into YouTube back then, so I decided that Lush was the way to go. And because it was like something that my mom used to treat me to every time I did something good, I don't know what to tell you. I love bath bombs. So what I started with is a little analysis of the brand itself, what they sold, the products, because sometimes you get inspired from the product or from the product's name or something like that. So an analysis for any brand or any person that you're working with is very important if you're a designer, so you can get the right idea of the brand or of the client that you're dealing with. And then the next thing was, I wanted to raise an issue. I wanted to understand what kind of problems does the customer of this brand suffer from. So the problem I found out is that the bathtub itself was not available in all of the homes, especially the rented ones. And this is where the brainstorming started, because I wanted to do something with that problem, create an inspiration or a concept around it. And I thought about creating a spa in the Lush store, a workshop, because they have the community, and the spa because people who need bathtubs can totally go to the store. So doing a case study helped a lot. Actually, I visited the place and I interviewed the people working there. I understood that the activities were very important to them, because they always had like a little tub of water where they can actually show the customers how their products work. These kind of questions, asking the employees, really helped me understand what are their hopes and dreams, and because you want to create an atmosphere that's great for the customer but also great for the people working there, because it will increase the productivity, it will enhance the mood, therefore there'll be more sales in the store. So next, what I did is I tried to get inspired. So you see, I'll show you right now the inspiration from my previous sketchbook, which was from the university. And to be honest with you, I thought I was like the bomb.com. I was like amazing. And that wasn't the case at all. I sucked. It was terrible. So this is why I recreated everything, because I felt so bad about my sketchbooks, and I wish that I took a better care of my sketchbooks back in uni. But at least I do have sketchbooks. So since I already have the brainstorm, I kind of know what the mood that I'm going for is. Typically, you want to open magazines and you want to kind of have cutouts of the stuff that you feel that work really well together with your concept, with your brand, with your space. So you don't really have to go with a magazine, because I'm using Pinterest as well. Pinterest is just fine when it comes to inspiration. Pinterest and a printer and you're set. If you know me at all, you know that tropical is like my go-to theme. So this is what I was trying to go for. And I added some materials. I added the black and white stripes because I wanted to keep the integrity of the brand as well, because they already created this amazing branding and I wanted to keep up with it. But also I wanted to add something to it. And I've added this little funky graphic that I sketched. By the way, I have all of these sketches on my Instagram, so if you want to go and give me some love, I wouldn't say no to it. If I'm doing this for a client, which, by the way, to be honest with you, on residential projects I don't really do that because it's a different approach, and if you want me to do a whole video about that, I'll go ahead and do it, because residential is kind of my cup of tea. I've done it a lot, so I know exactly how it works. For the concept statement is what usually you talk about the architectural features of the plan itself, and then you start talking about the stuff that you will keep and the stuff that you'll contrast. So complement versus contrast. So you can say, for example, that the concept of this place is to keep up with the modern style of the whole mall, for example. And next you'll introduce your concept and your inspiration, because by that point you've written clear keywords on the solution of the problem and the mood that you wanted to create. Exactly how did you get inspired? And to me, my inspiration started from the word spa, from the problem itself, and then it went from there to the word vacation, because I wanted to create a vacation-like experience within a store. Solves a problem, which is the spa. So from there I wanted to create something from the island, and I want to create the abstract feeling of an island without making it too obvious, but also I wanted these hints of a coastal style kind of mixed with the tropical to infuse the whole place with this calm zen feeling of being on a vacation. And what I did is I concluded those keywords from the specific brainstorm that I've made, where you actually put the main thing that inspires you and you start thinking about every single word that comes to your mind. Everything is valuable, and you're going to find your concept by doing that. By then you start putting those keywords together to create some sort of a statement again, but this statement has to be nice and creative, and it has to be very catchy to the eye. You do that by, for example, my concept had to do with a tropical island and the boats, because I kind of was inspired by the boats. So I would name my concept something musical, let's say like a journey in an exotic boat to a secluded island. And I know how this sounds, I know how cheesy this sounds, but trust me, it also adds confidence to your presentation, and when you're presenting it to the juror later on, it's gonna add a little bit of an atmosphere, and a little cheesiness never hurt anyone. Of course, now that you have the abstracted idea, what you want to do is start sketching details that has to do with your main concept or your main idea. For example, I started with the two keywords, which is sailing, because I kind of imagine myself being on a boat with the water rippling under me, and I start imagining how the shapes look like, the colors, the sounds. When you involve yourself in the experience, you become a much better designer, trust me. Well, the second idea I wanted to explore was the secluded island, kind of. So I was thinking about the spa, the features that I wanted in the spa, how I wanted a pool to reflect that island feel, and like features that can help the whole design and create a very unique experience for my end user, which is the customer and even the employees. Totally unrelated, but if you have fun while you're creating your concept, it's going to show in your final design. And to me, I enjoy using watercolor. I just used the wrong paper here. Just a little, tip for you: don't use your moleskin for watercolor. Get proper paper for that. Of course, after I sketched all of that, I turned into the program, which means I got the plan that was already given to us, and I was trying to zone things logically, thinking about each area. And as much as you are tempted to use the concept in your plan, think about the space in 3D while you're thinking in your plan, because I don't regret thinking in 3D, even though my sketches were terrible, but that really affected my space in a really great way, that I took my concept in mind and I tried to translate it into an experience, a 3D experience. One of the videos that I'll be creating soon is the bubble diagram and the criteria matrix for interior designers, because it kind of helps you zone the spaces before you put them into the plan. You kind of make the bubbles as like as a representation of the spaces, then you break them down into the plan, not as shown in this video, but because I already had everything done, so I kind of took my liberty with working with a bubble diagram. So this is it for our second part for the concept video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and if you have any questions for me, just pop them down below in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram. Please don't forget to subscribe, you guys, and like this video. If you made it until here, thank you so much for helping this channel out, and watch time is the most important thing, so I really appreciate you sticking around. Have a great time of the day wherever you are in the world, you awesome human being. You. Bye.